Welcome back, people. This is Soph,
This is Rich
and we are from
from
across
across
the
the
pond.
pond.
What's
Rich,
going on, Soph? How was your week? We made it.
I
Oh, Lord.
know, right? I feel like this week has been so long. So long.
Me and you both. I kid you not. I wish this week would have flew by, but it hasn't.
Well, I don't want to wish my life away, but it hasn't even gone at the normal rate. It's just bloody dragged, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because Alfie hasn't been here.
Oh, what? Alfie hasn't been there?
Been visiting his dad's.
Uh-oh.
I know.
He
Maybe
hanging with
that's why.
Poppy. He
But
hanging with Poppy?
I've kept myself busy, but it's still dragged, even though I've been busy. So this is why I'm going to ask you first, Rich. What have you done this week?
Hmm. Work. Uh, my job is really testing me right now. I don't even want to get into it, but they are really testing me now. And I just feel like 2021 is going to be a breakthrough year for me just because I'm being tested. I
Do you
had to
know?
take a deep breath. There's been a couple days where I had to get talked off the edge, but
Well,
I'm
you know what
here.
they say. Things are sent to try us, and nothing is sent to you that you can't handle. But remember, the
True
most
that.
important thing: the comeback is always greater than the setback.
Oh, look at you. Words of wisdom.
Yes, this little brain comes in handy sometimes.
Her little tiny self.
Whoop whoop. Yep.
Well, yeah. So actually, that's all that's been really going on is just work, steady work.
You haven't been rocking around in any Teslas this week?
No, I'm a little jelly too. I'm still jelly about my friend and his Tesla, but
Ill gel.
it is what it is. I'm glad I got rich friends.
And they're glad they've got a celebrity friend, right?
hmm Celebrity in the making.
Exactamundo. So, what's been happening in the news?
Um, we're just gonna make this real short and quick. There's Trump has been impeached a second time. Uh, he been on the news maybe twice. No one has seen him since. He got on the news to go to Texas about the border wall,
Okay.
and then they asked him a couple questions, and he's just keeps shooting himself in the foot. All you have to do is apologize, but he just isn't. And then when he got impeached, he came out on, and you can see that he was reading a teleprompter, and a lot of people are saying that they don't believe a word he said. But then, after, which they're just tearing that man apart, which, in a way, I don't really feel sorry for him. But as a human being, I kind of do, because like I said in the beginning, I'm not a big Trump supporter, but I feel sorry for the Trump supporters because not all Trump supporters, raided that Capitol. And there's some people that really believed in him. And when he incited that riot, I just feel bad for the people who really looked up to him. You
But
get
the
what I'm
thing
saying?
you do, sorry if you can hear, there's a really loud dog barking outside. Sorry, I don't have a dog. I don't know whose it is, but it's very annoying. Um,
Can't hear it.
they totally say actions speak louder than words, right? So he said he was going to do that walk with his supporters, and
hmm
then he never turned up. So there's no wonder his supporters are going to doubt him now, because anything he said he hasn't done. So
But the thing that gets me, and I listened to the debate over the impeachment, and I'm just thrown back by some of the Republicans who, after their lives were in danger, the Capitol got stormed, they still believe that man ain't do nothing. You still got Trump supporters Trump Republicans who really believe that he didn't incite that riot. And like I said before, they're like, well, impeachment is just a waste of time. He's going to be leaving office anyway. Yeah. And I keep trying to explain to people that I talk to who are Trump supporters and non-Trump supporters is that something needs to be done. Whether, he can't run for office anymore, anything dealing with the politics, then that should be it. Because if you don't do anything to fix that, then you just give a green light for any president here until the end of time to do some crazy stuff. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you know what Forrest Gump said? Stupid is as stupid does. There you go. So,
Now you got some Republicans. Now you had 10 who voted for the impeachment. Then you got the Senate, which is she's top three, Mrs. Cheney. She's one of the top three Republicans. She's in the Senate. And she says when it gets to the Senate, she's voting for conviction. So when they say conviction, a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of presidents that have been impeached, but then when it gets to the Senate, there's not enough evidence, so they go, it's invalid. You just get that staple of being impeached. That's it. But if it gets to the Senate and they have proof, which you got so much, and it just came out today that some of them that got arrested is going saying Trump told me to do this. You know what I mean?
right.
So some of the people that got arrested for stepping in that Capitol are now writing and saying that they want Trump to pardon them because we went there for you. So that's enough proof right there to convict. So it's just a crazy time right now.
Well,
It's a
he's got
crazy
till the
time.
20th of January. Then, and let's be fair, I'm sure that's not the last we're going to hear from him. Today ain't the last he's going to get mentioned on our show. As my mum would say, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. But you know what? Let me just tap. I think the reason why he tried, this is just my opinion, people. I think the reason why he fought so hard to stay in office is because he has a lot of legal issues coming his
Yeah, there was
way.
a lot of things about the tax and stuff, weren't there?
Yeah, tax
That he only
and
paid
debt
700 and
and
something
all
dollars.
kinds of stuff that's coming his way once he leaves office. And I think he just tried to stay in office so that, he can kind of protect himself in a way. So I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? But the 20th is coming. So, next Friday is going to be a whole lot of news because the FBI put out a statement that said all 50 states' capitals are supposed to have some type of joint going on. I live like about maybe 10 minutes away from the Capitol. So I want to see what's going down. I'm going to be at work though, because, they ain't paying my bills. I got a mortgage.
Well, watch this space. Tune in next Friday to see what happens.
Right?
When the orange turns into a peach.
Right. Well, he's already been impeached, sweetie. That orange is already peached up.
Well, thanks for that,
Well,
Trump.
you're welcome for my news. How was your news?
Well, same. You're gonna know what I done this week.
Bojo.
We're on lockdown. The annoying thing is they're still in the news talking about upping it to like making a tier 5 and a tier 6. They're saying people still ain't adhering to the rules. So literally they're gonna if it carries on, they're gonna make them even tougher, which for people like me who stick to the rules as much as possible and be sensible, just I don't know, I give up. I give up. I personally, there's nothing more I can do. I don't go out unless I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I wear my mask if I go in the shop,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
people are being defiant. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I'll tune in on Monday when Piers Morgan's back in the seat so that he can fill us in because I love me some Piers. He just gives it us how it is.
I'm gonna tell you who I love. I love me some Chris Cuomo
I
and
don't
Don
know who that
Lemon.
is.
Them two right there, they a beast on the anchor. They're on CNN. They the beast. They a beast, yo.
I don't know who that is. But a lot of
They're
people.
two news anchors. That's all. They're just two news anchors like Boris. That's all.
A lot of people here don't like Pierce because he says it as it is, and
A lot of people don't like Don Lemon or Chris Cuomo because them bad boys give it to you straight with no chaser.
exactly. And this is how we are. So Pierce is like a man after my own heart. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, yeah, that's been in the news about the whole lockdown. Plus, they're still on about the vaccine. You know that most of the, I think it's, the Queen's had it now. The Queen and her husband have had it now. Forgot to mention that.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Elizabeth.
What?
Elizabeth and Philip have had it.
So they got that sticker like, I've been vaccinated.
Yeah, like you had one when you voted, yeah. So yeah, they've had it, but they haven't given any statements or spoken about it or anything. They just got stabbed up and crawled into the night. So if they've had any side effects, we don't know.
Well, did they show it though? Did they
No,
show them getting a shot?
of course they didn't. This is the Queen. The Queen, you know.
Oh, y'all can't see her arm, huh?
Nah, and let's be fair, how do we know she really had it or not? That's just my opinion.
Cause here Biden got his second dose.
Oh yeah, we saw him on the news having his shot.
Now we're gonna talk about vaccines. Now that
we ain't talking about vaccines. We're done with that. It's not on.
I know that, but okay, forget it. I'll bring it up on Friday. Forget it. I'll bring it up next Friday.
Bring it up next Sunday. Wink, wink.
I'll bring it up Sunday.
Only other thing that's been in the news is linked to the corona, really, but not. Is people have been up in arms, right, about food parcels. So basically, if you're a single parent household, if you're a low income household, then your children are entitled to free school meals. And Alfie's one of them. You know, he has free.
What, free lunch?
Yeah.
Used to get free lunch.
So you used to get one?
When I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah. So Alfie's meant to get one. Anyway, the first lockdown, because obviously they're not at school, so they're not having their free meal, the government sent you a £15 voucher every week to cover their lunches while they was at home. Some bright spark on this lockdown decided, no, we're not going to give you a voucher anymore. We're just going to send you a food parcel, right? They said they didn't want to give you a voucher because people they thought was spending it on other things like cigarettes or booze or whatever, you know, not spending it on what it's meant to. How they know that, I don't know. But anyways, so they said they're going to send out food parcels. Pictures have been all over the news. It's like one mum got her food parcel. It was half a packet of pasta, 2 potatoes, half a pepper, 3 yogurts, and like 2 other items. So that's meant to feed your child for a week, right? So everybody this is ridiculous. How can the government do this? How can they say it's healthy? Blah, blah, blah. So Alfie's teacher called me yesterday, I think. And I said to her, I haven't had anything, you know. And she was like, oh my God, really? You haven't even had a food parcel? I was like, nah, no voucher, no food parcel. So she went off, come back, sent me a message, like a text message comes through on a school app. Just to let you know, the headmaster said that the government haven't issued anything yet in this area. That's why you haven't had anything.
Wow.
So not just me, all of these children. And let's not get it twisted. Alfie's not starving and he's not going without food, but he is entitled to it. But all of these, you know, families, homes or whatever in this area, I don't know whether they mean the county or what, but yeah, haven't got anything yet. Why? Because the government hasn't issued anything. So I feel sorry for those parents or those families that really haven't got any money or haven't got any food and was relying on that because they didn't get it.
Wow.
That's the government for you. Yeah, all of the politicians have had a pay rise. Let's just get that out.
They got a pay raise?
Mm-hmm. Even good old Pierce had one on the show, and that he said to him, everything that's going on with the economy, are you going to take your pay rise? And the guy was like, well, we're going to see what happens. And he said, hold on a minute. Last time we had a massive pandemic like this, everybody in Parliament said we're not going to take a pay rise because we want the money to go back into the country. So rather than taking a pay rise, put the money back into the economy. Are you going to do that? Well, maybe it's something we'll look at. Maybe so. He said, no, will you personally take the pay rise? And the guy was like, well, and he just kept saying, answer yes or no. He said, well, we need to discuss it. And he went, no, just you on your own. Be the person that stands up to everyone else and say no. Guy couldn't answer him. He was just a wet blanket.
He probably got a mortgage too. And
What,
probably a
and
boat and all
hundreds of
that other
thousands of
stuff.
pounds that he's on already every year can't cover that.
He
Please.
probably got child support. We don't know.
They get paid way too much money.
You think?
No, I know.
I know, right?
Exactly. Anyway, I've had enough about politics, presidents, prime ministers. Today is Fun Day Friday.
Yes.
Bring it to me, Rich. What are we doing?
Yes. We call it a vacation. And what do you guys call it?
Oh, a holiday.
Good knows I need a vacation.
Lord knows I need a holiday. Okay, answer me this. Why do you call it a vacation?
Because we call it, I think, well, because it's a break away from work and everyday normacy. So a vacation is like you doing something other than just having the weekend off. Like you go away for a week, or well, most people plan for a vacation. You save up your time, and then you might go away for 2 weeks to a week. You know what I mean? And just go somewhere where it's just relaxing and fun.
Yeah, but that's a holiday. You vacate your home to go on a holiday.
Well, see, a holiday here
Is a
is like
period,
Christmas.
right? Yeah.
Christmas, that's a holiday.
So
Thanksgiving is a holiday.
You would say Easter's a holiday.
Yeah, you can consider it a holiday, yeah.
No, a holiday is when you go away.
Yeah, well, vacation is when you go away.
Okay, so when was the last time you went on a vacation stroke holiday?
I couldn't even tell you. Maybe about 3 years ago, I went to the beach.
Okay, when you say the beach, there's millions of beaches in the world. Where did you go?
Oh man. I want to say Myrtle Beach.
Oh, Florida, is that?
Mm-mm. I think it's in South Carolina.
Oh my
North
God,
Carolina.
I don't even know where you went. Okay, so answer me this much.
But I have fun now.
Have you, of course, listen, everyone has fun. Anyone who goes to the beach and don't have fun, I want to know why.
I'm telling you, I just started going to the beach as an adult because we got this little man-made beach called Pincho Park. And when we was a kid, that's all we went to.
Mm-hmm.
So as an adult, I go to the beach, and I've been bit by the beach bug. So I try to go every summer if I could.
I love the beach. But answer me this then. Have you been on holiday, stroke vacation? I'm going to have to remember to say vacation. Have you left the States to go on vacation, or have you only left the States when you were in the military?
I went when I went on my honeymoon. That was about it.
Where did you go?
I went to the Dominican Republic.
Oh, I've always wanted to go there. Was it nice?
The DR.
Was it nice?
What? Nice ain't the word. It was all you can eat. You didn't even have to leave the resort. Yo, I got so horribly drunk. It was so much fun.
Okay, but apart from being
Women
able to
were walking around topless. I'm just like, oh my God.
Apart from being able to eat and drink, I mean, was it a nice place? I mean, trust you out of everything. Food is the thing that you said first, right? Did you have a nice time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, as much as I want. Yeah, great. What about the place?
I could eat and drink as much as I want and didn't have to leave. No, I went to this place that was just newly built, and I can't even think what it was called. Republica or some Dominican Republica, some type of hotel resort. And I tell you, it was nice. They had a Michael Jackson impersonator and everything. They had a Michael Jackson show. You know, I was all up on it. You got that. You got that. Got that. It was so much fun.
I felt like MJ was in the building then for a second. Okay, so when you used to travel like abroad,
I traveled with the military mostly.
I know. When you traveled with the military, did you get to see anywhere other than for work? Like, did you get like a day off and could go exploring, or you literally only went for work purposes?
Only work purposes. Now, you might get like a pass, which they say in the military, you get like a weekend pass. And or like you get like a day pass, and all you do is they don't let you go too many places. You just do the natural, the normal tourist places. You know what I mean? So, that really wasn't fun because I like to run the street. I like to go places where other people don't go. That's
Mhm.
probably why I ain't went nowhere, because I'd probably be the one on the news like this. I'm sorry, people. I love America. I don't want to get
I'm
kidnapped.
not gonna lie. If I go on holiday, I want to go and see the country that I'm visiting. For example, I like I've been to Egypt a few times, and every time I'd say, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to Egypt," everyone and his dog would say, "Oh, you're going to Sharm el Sheikh." That's because it's the tourist place to go. So when people go on holiday to Egypt, that's where they go. They go like to like the package holidays, you know. No, I don't want to go there because why do I want to go on holiday where everyone speaks English, eats English food? It's just like England, but with a sun. I want to go and learn about the place that I'm going to visit. Do you know what I mean? I don't.
Okay, so the question we're going to ask you right now is, where have you been on a holiday abroad?
My very first holiday ever was to New York, and I never actually had a passport till I was 21. And I remember I booked the trip as a surprise for my ex, and as when he found out, he was like, "Oh my god, I've always wanted to go here," which is why I booked it, obviously, because I'm nice. But he kept saying, "Oh my god, I so wish we were going for 2 weeks," and I was like, "No, why? I can't leave home for more than a week. No way. You know, this is more than enough." Literally, I swear to God, as soon as we got to New York, I was like, "Oh my god, why aren't we staying for 2 weeks? I want to stay for 2 weeks. I don't want to go home." But I suppose it was like a fear of the unknown. Like I'd never left. Okay, I'd left the country to go to France on a school trip, but you can't really, count that.
Boo,
I'd never
boo.
been on holiday before, but yeah, when I was there, I didn't want to come home, and I think that was the bug after that. After that, I went to Florida,
Mhm,
then I went to Egypt about 5 times, going to different parts here, there, and everywhere. Hurghada,
mhm.
Cairo, Red Sea, whatever, Luxor.
Ooh.
I went to Rome.
Mhm.
I've been to Valencia. I've been to mainland Spain. Paris, which I didn't really like, but that's because the French are rude. Um, yeah. Oh, I went to
Okay, well,
Alicante. See now,
someone
English.
likes to go on holidays.
Well, I haven't been on holiday for a while, and I have had most of my
Somebody's got a nice little stamp book full of passports stamped
listen.
up real
Most of
nice.
my holidays were prior to becoming a mother. Since I've become a mother, I've been on holiday 3 times. Once was with Alfie when we went to Spain. Then I went to Ukraine to go to a family wedding. And then, not last year, 2019, I went to Alicante with Fiona. Now, English
What's
people,
Alicante? I really want to know what
it's a little
Alicante is.
island in Spain. So,
Oh.
most English people like to go away for a weekend, or they say a long weekend, like Friday to Monday. I've
Four
always,
day, we call those 4-day weekends.
yeah, that too. So I've always been one of those people where I'm like, what's the point? By the time you get on a plane, get there, you haven't even got time to open your bag and it's time to come home. I ain't interested. Now, let me tell you, when I went to Alicante, boy, did that change my mind. I so needed to get away. So me and Fiona went Saturday to Tuesday because we couldn't go Friday to Monday. Boy, it felt like we was there for a week. Loved
Did
it.
it? Was it so relaxing?
So
And
relaxing.
I kid you not, we do 4-day weekends here.
Mm.
I haven't been on a vacation and I don't know how long, but I used to do the 4-day weekends. Like you leave like on a Friday,
Mm-hmm.
come back like on a Monday, middle of the day. Oh my God. They're like the best trips for me, I
I
think.
know that now, but before that, I was like, no, I'm not interested. But I'm telling you, sipping frozen cocktails on the beach in the sun during the day, eating Caesar salad, drinking JD in a casino at night.
Mm,
Yes, 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 please.
that sounds so good right now.
Mhm.
But with this pandemic, you scared to go on the beach now. I'm just
I
like,
am. I'm not being rude. If someone said, here's a plane ticket, get on a plane and go on a holiday, I say, thank you very much. I wear my mask on a plane. I wear my mask if I'm in the shop. I do my sensible things. I would go.
I would go in a heartbeat because I'm telling you, I just love the way the ocean
I
sounds.
know, right?
But then, now that, but you know what? Like, I got a bucket list. There's some places that I want to go, but I don't want to go any touristy places. So if you had a bucket list,
Oh
what's
no, I'm stopping
what's
you
three
right there.
places you would want to go?
No, you said you got a bucket list. So what's your top place? You mentioned it. You spill
Okay,
your guts.
okay.
Get it
I
out.
want to go to, I think it's Rome, where the Colosseums are, where the gladiators
Yeah,
stood.
that's
I
so
want to
good.
go there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Australia.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, the first everybody asks me, like, if you were to go anywhere, where would you go? I would go to Ireland, and I'm gonna tell you why. I was in Ireland for like a day, and I only stepped foot outside the airport, went to get me something to eat, and I just fell in love with the place. It was kind of like a misty rain, but it was so green because they say it rains a lot there.
Mhm.
Like, it was like flush green. It was like 4 or 5 different greens that when we looked out the window, it was just so lush. I just fell in love. I was just like, yo, if I were to go anywhere, that's the first spot I go is Ireland.
You know that they filmed some of Game of Thrones there in Ireland? There's like a big long walkway with trees and stuff. Now, the only reason I want to go there is for photo opportunity. Not gonna
Mhm.
lie, because it looks so, like you say, really beautiful, and I want to go there for pictures. Australia, don't get me wrong, I'd love to go there. The weather, the beaches. I just don't want to see any spiders. That's going to be the downfall for me.
I want to see some Aborigines.
You're going to the outback.
Yeah, buddy. I want to go there. Now, I ain't gonna do no naked and afraid type stuff, but I want to go and I want to throw a boomerang. I got a boomerang. One of my friends, because I used to be on a deployable team, and she went to Australia and she brought me back a boomerang. I was so happy.
Have you
She brought
chucked
me a
it? Did it come
boomerang, an
back?
actual wooden boomerang. I'm scared to throw it because
Oh,
if
you
it comes
haven't
back
chucked
at
it?
me, I haven't chucked it because I live in the city, sweetie. If I chuck it, it's gonna hit somebody's window
I've
and
seen
then
the
come
size of
back and I
your
gotta catch it and they're gonna be like,
No,
yo.
I've seen the size of your garden. You don't have to launch it. Just give it a little throw and see if it comes back.
No, you gotta give it a throw. See, I'm a
Okay.
man. You got to give that bad boy a throw. Now, I have thought about it. There's a park over here. I do want to just like launch it, but I'm scared it might not come back. Then I'll really be hot.
Well, as long as you watch where it goes and it lands, you'll be all right. Or make sure you go with somebody else so that they can go. You know, like if you're playing rugby, you say go long and they go all the way down there and then you chuck it to them.
I want it to come back to me. It's
I
called a
know that, but if
boomerang.
it doesn't come back, at least
Why
somebody's.
would I chuck it at someone? I want it to come back to me. I
I
want
know,
to
but
get.
there's every possibility it might not come back because there's a knack to it. I've seen it on the telly.
Yeah, they give you directions. When I got it, still in the package, they give you directions on how to throw it for it to come back.
It's not got a sat nav on it, you know, that you put in directions and it comes back to you, you know.
No, there's a proper way to throw a boomerang. I don't know. I didn't know that.
What are you worried about then? If you got the instructions, flip it and it will come back.
Because you gotta have room to throw it. I just
I
I
know, but you
just
said you
said
want
it.
to go to the park and do it.
Yeah, but then, like I said, what if I don't throw it the right way and it just lands in some woods or something? Then I spend half the day
That's
looking
why
for
I
it.
said take someone else so they can watch it. That's your mission for 2021. Sling that
Uh,
boomerang. Anyway,
mhm.
so yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders. So that's the only thing that would put me off going to Australia is getting.
Arachnids.
Ugh.
They got more snakes than
I
spiders,
couldn't
you
care
know,
less about
brother.
snakes, crocodiles, mice, whatever. Spiders and bugs and creepy crawlies. No, sorry, Bob. That's not for me. What was your first one? Rome. Been there. You will love the Colosseum. It is beautiful. Church is
I want
there.
to go there because I'm a gladiator.
You can have your photo taken with a
Are
gladiator.
you not entertained? Are you not entertained? I
Um,
want to do that. I want to stand in the middle of the Coliseum and just be like, "Are you not entertained?"
you can't actually stand in the middle. You can only go
Oh, you
down
can't.
the side, yeah, and down the middle. Um,
I'll
but
be the one to get arrested
there,
because I like to break the law.
there are gladiators that stand outside, and you can have your picture taken with them. No word of a lie.
Would they let you dress up like one?
No, well, if you wanted to, I suppose you'd have to take your
I
own
want to dress
costume.
up like one. I remember I took my kids when they were young. Do y'all have what is that place called? God, now I hate that.
Anytime.
I can't think of it now. I can't think of it. Well, anyway, it was nights and stuff, and we ate with our hands and stuff.
Oh, like
Oh, medieval
pancakes.
times.
Oh yeah.
Y'all got a medieval times?
Mm-hmm.
We had a medieval times, and I kid you not, I wish I had that picture. I'll show you. I was more into the picture than my own son, and he had to be about 6 or 7, and they gave you like armor and a shield and a sword, and you put you on a green screen where you're fighting a dragon. I was all up in it. My son's just like this, and I'm all in it. I'm like, oh man, I like stuff like that. Yeah, dress me up as a gladiator. I'll take a picture there
Yes,
with a
let's do
sword.
it. The other thing about Rome is when I went to the Vatican City, you can go and see the Sistine Chapel, the painting with the dudes with the fingers painted on the ceiling.
Oh,
I
yeah?
didn't realize that it was downstairs. So you go into the Vatican City, walk around, and then you go down these steps, and it's like in like I suppose an underground room, right? This is the thing. There's guards in there standing on podiums, and you're not even allowed to speak because they say if you talk, moisture leaves and goes into the air and will eventually ruin the painting, right? I know. You can't take any photos, you can't speak. These guards are literally standing there, and if someone whispers, silence, please, quiet, please, that's all they do all day is stand there bellowing at people to be quiet. Serious business just to go in and look at a picture on a ceiling.
And it's downstairs.
Yeah, in a room, like in a basement room.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's down in the basement, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah.
I'll pass.
But yeah, wish list. Oh no, you gotta say you've seen it once.
No, I'll pass.
Seen it.
Send me a postcard.
Well, I can't. I've already been.
I'm
Okay.
all about food and drink. I'm all about food
Oh my god,
and drink.
food in Rome, man. Pizza is on the next level, and don't even get me started about it. Ice cream. Anyway,
All right, so those my 3 places were your 3 places. You probably been there already.
if I no, how's it a wish list if you've already been there? Okay.
Because your passport's nice and full.
One of my top. Okay, I always wanted to go to America for 3 reasons, right? One, to go shopping in New York. I've done that, but I'd definitely do it again. One, to go to Disney World in Florida. I've done that, but I'd definitely do that again. And the third reason was to go to Vegas, right? So that I could pull one of those slot
Slots.
down and I could blow on some old guy's dice on the table and chuck them and win some chips, right? That's what happens in the movies. So don't tell me it don't happen. I know it does. So
I don't know.
one of my
I wanna go
3
to
would
Vegas, too.
definitely be Vegas. It was on the top of the list to go for a holiday because I used to go for all my holidays pre-children. But then I got pregnant and had Alfie, and Vegas is not very child friendly, so that's been put on a
No, it
back
ain't.
burner. However,
Vegas stays in Vegas.
this year I'm going to be 40, so I might treat myself to go to Vegas.
Uh-oh. You won't need a babysitter because Vegas is, I want to go to Vegas.
Haven't you been?
No.
I want to do that zip wire down the strip.
I don't want to do that either. I want to do some adult stuff.
That is adult stuff.
I mean some adult stuff.
Okay, well, this could be a family show, so we won't go into detail about that.
I ain't going into detail. What goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Exactamundo. So Vegas is one. Also, I'd really love to go to the Maldives or Mauritius, like in one of those huts, those wooden huts that are in the middle of the sea. That's got to be.
It does sound dope.
Yeah, man. If it's good enough for the Kardashians, it's good enough for me.
I'm so glad their show is going off.
But what I'm saying is if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me, and they've been, so I need to go.
I'm down. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been to some beaches, but I want to go to some islands, like black sand beaches or some white sand beaches with some waterfalls. So I can just be like in the middle of it, just water just raining down on me. Just Uh,
This is what they are. They're like really exotic islands, with white
mhm.
sandy beaches, clear blue seas what you swim in,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I like the whole island situation. And you said in the middle of the sea, I ain't feeling because I got to be able to get somewhere in case of an emergency.
Okay, when I say the middle of the sea, there's a walkway like that walks out to it. So it's probably only like 50 yards. It ain't in the middle of the ocean where Free Willy's going to come and sweep you if you go swimming. It's literally right. You could probably walk to it in the water.
Oh, okay. Because I'm telling you right now, not happening.
And I'm trying to think, where would the third place be? I'd like to go to Mexico.
Don't drink the water.
I don't generally drink water. I don't even drink water in England out of
I
tap.
do. I drink all kind of water as long as it's bottled.
Oh yeah, bottled is fine, but of course you can drink bottled water. I'd like to go to the Dominican Republic. Obviously, you've already been.
But it's dirty. Dominican Republic is dirty and dangerous. I kid you not. We was in a cab. And it must have just been like raining or something. But the cops there have shotguns. They don't even have regular guns. They got shotguns. And you just see people walking around in dirty, they just tropping around in dirty water and stuff. But then as soon as you get to the resort, it's like a totally different, what's the name? You just be like, dang, right outside the gate, it's the ghetto. So I'm like, all these money they making from these resorts, man, they should be putting back into the
But they
the
don't. They
DR.
just pocket it. That's how the fat cats stay rich. I would also like to go to Cuba.
Me too. Smoke
You
me
only
some
want to go to smoke a cigar.
Cuban cigars. I mean, I could smoke them here, but ain't nothing like I want to have one of them pretty Cuban ladies roll my cigar right on their thigh. And only cigar people know what I'm talking about. Roll that thing right over your thigh, girl. Twist it, chop it.
Why on the thigh?
Because that's what they do. The women do that. I see it in a magazine.
So, like, I've seen my casino in a film. You've seen your rolling of a cigar in the magazine. So
No, I've actually seen people roll it. I've actually seen guys roll it, and it's just one of your little fantasies. But they do have like a table, and they roll it right in front of you and cut. It's dope. I've had a rolled cigar before,
get
but
in.
ain't nothing like being in Cuba, sitting on the curb, on the stoop
Do they roll a
with some
cigar the
old people
same?
watching them play dominoes. Because I don't know how to play dominoes real well.
You don't know how to
I'm
play
gonna assume
dominoes? Oh,
I know
God.
how to play a little bit. It's just
My nan taught me how to play dominoes. We used to play all the time. So
I'm learning.
when someone rolls a cigar, is it the same way as you'd roll a cigarette, like a roll up when they?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Totally different. Mm-hmm.
nice. Add
Totally,
that to the
totally
bucket
different.
list.
But it's fascinating the way they do it because they do it really fast. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's easy when you know how.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that has never appealed to me is to go on holiday somewhere where it's cold and snows. Like the Arctic or something like that.
I do want to go. I'm gonna tell you right now. My cousin was stationed in Alaska. He wanted to watch the Super Bowl, and he couldn't because they had the what's that sled dog racing?
Uh-huh.
That's like the big thing there. He was hot.
I tell you what, if ever I did go, it would be to go on a sled and be pulled by dogs. B, I'd have to stay in a log cabin that's got a big open fire so I could just sit there with my comfy socks, look out the window at the snow if I wanted to see it and close it, be all nice and cozy. I'll go out and build a snowman, come back in, have a nice cup of coffee in front of the fire. That's it. I
I
don't
just
want to
want to
go
learn.
skiing. I don't want to go sledging. I don't want to go tobogganing. No, that's not for me.
Well, we have a ski round top up here in the States, and I love going sliding down in a tube. That is so much fun.
Whoa there. You have a ski what?
It's called ski round top. It's a mountain right over here. They put like fake snow when we don't get a lot of snow. They they make snow up there, and people go skiing and tubing where you can slide down the joint
What's
in the
tubing?
wintertime. A big inner tube you sit on and you just slide down it,
Oh, like a sled?
down the hill. Yeah, like a sled. Yeah, like I said, but it's a tube.
Oh my God, you're getting annoyed. I don't know what the
I'm
hell you're
not.
on
I'm not
about.
getting annoyed. I'm explaining it to you. It's
We
like
got
a sled, but it's a big tube, and like everybody jumps on it, and you just
more
it
than
could be
one
like,
person goes in there.
yeah. Oh man, it's fun. Oh man, it's fun. But my version of like those ski joints, I just want to wear one of them ski suits and a nice little fat turtleneck like this big, and I just want to drink and party. But I do want to get one of them little Eskimo joints. Some joints look fire.
It's a big
I
fur.
want to get an authentic Eskimo outfit. It'll probably burn you up.
Well,
And I want to spend a night in the igloo.
well, I was just about to say I would like to go in an igloo to see what it's like because apparently they're really warm in there. But I suppose if you haven't experienced it, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, see, I like fishing. So like if I were to go to like Alaska or somewhere, I want to go ice fishing and I want to wear one of them furry, I don't know if it's polar bear, I don't know what it is, but them jazz with them with the gloves with just the I don't know what they call them, muffs. I don't know.
Mittens.
Mittens, there you go.
Well, we do have an indoor ski thing here. Yeah.
You can ski indoors.
Yeah. It's like
Snow.
it's not snow. I don't know what it is. It's like a big hill made out. I don't know what it's made out of, but yeah, it's indoor ski.
Indoors.
Indoor ski slope. Yeah.
We got an indoor water park.
Everyone's got indoor water parks. That's like a swimming pool.
I love it.
Does it have big slides?
It has everything an outside water park would have.
That's the thing, to be fair. When I've been abroad on holiday, like when I went to Spain, they had some seriously big slides at their water parks. Better than what we have here.
Yeah, we got some nasty water parks here. I love them.
Okay, let's get
Roller
back.
coasters, no. Water slides, I'll wait an hour or so to get on.
Let's get back to topic. Where is the worst place you visited so far?
Iraq. That's the worst place.
Yeah, but that was okay. You can't include that. We're talking about holidays and
It
vacation.
was terrible. Okay. Well, I don't think I've ever been at a worse place, to be honest. Because when you're on vacation, it to me it depends on the people you're with, and even if you go by yourself, I think I've really never had a really bad experience on vacation.
Have
I
you been
really
on
never.
vacation by yourself?
I've been on vacation by myself. I've been on vacations with, my significant other. I've been on vacation with friends. It's just about the company that you keep. I've been on vacation with my kids. Um, and I think when you talk about vacation, you pretty much, to me, you pretty much go somewhere where you know you're going to have fun. So I don't think I've ever been on a bad vacation ever.
But sometimes you hear stories about where people get the travel brochure, it looks beautiful, they book it, they get there, and it's nothing like it was in the book and nothing like they expected it to be.
Yeah, I've never had that happen. Have you had that ever happen to you?
No, but I didn't particularly.
That's the movies.
No, I have heard
That is the movies.
people complain when they go on holiday that it's not like it's meant to, and then they get upgraded or they get put somewhere else. Now, I will say, when I went to Florida with my mum, I again booked and paid for the holiday to go with an ex. We ended up splitting up, so I took my mum instead, right?
Mhm.
It was a 3-star hotel we were staying in, which is downgraded for me, but 3-star hotel, right? I'm telling you, about 3 days before we left, the travel agent called me and they said, "We're really sorry, but the hotel that you'd booked has closed." And I was like, "Oh my God, what about our holiday?" She said, "Don't worry, it's not your fault. So we're going to have to find you a different hotel." She said, "But we can't find you one. So we've had to upgrade you to a 5-star hotel." We stayed in the Marriott Spring Hill Suite.
Was it beautiful?
Oh my Gideon. It was amazeballs. Like, there was 3 Marriott hotels in like a little village, and you could literally use any of the facilities in all of them. You know, they had restaurants there. They had a Caribbean restaurant. Basically, there was like taxi. If you wanted to go anywhere, they just got you a taxi and you went. It was all included. You know, like
Oh
the
wow.
Marriott Spring Hill Suite Village in Florida.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna tell you, the only time I can really consider like a bad holiday if you go to the beach and it gets rained out.
You can still have a yeah. Well, it's not really a bad holiday. You just wouldn't enjoy it
I
as
mean,
much.
it's not a bad holiday, but when you want to go to the beach, that's what you go for. You
Okay,
don't want to
is
go
there a
there and it just
staple?
start raining for 2 days. You just be like, man, this is some craziness.
Is there? I know you're foodie like me, right? So, is there a staple food that people eat when they go to the beach? Like here, you
Seafood,
in England, you would eat fish and chips, and you'd have to have an ice cream, 99 Mr. Whippy in a cone, right?
Mr. Whippy.
Yeah, it's like whippy ice cream in a cone, and you have a chocolate flake, maybe some
So
sauce.
soft serve. We call that soft serve.
Okay, so
Soft serve ice cream, yes. Um, a staple. I'm gonna tell you, when I go to the beach, that's the first thing I'm going to. Phillips. It's a seafood spot. It's an all you can eat seafood spot. Phillips. What?
okay, so does seafood taste better when you go to the beach?
To me, it do. But then you know what? I get jelly because I remember I went to Phillips and paid all this money, and this dude was outside. He caught his own crabs. I was like, man, I want to catch my own crabs. He's like, man, you spending all that money? He had like some blue shell crabs. He was just like, look. I was just like, man, I should have gave you my grip for that blue. But I think when you go to the beach, I think like, especially in Maryland, seafood and crabs is like the big thing. So Ocean City, Maryland is pretty much where everybody goes. So
Where is that? Sorry, I'm not really.
in Maryland.
Yeah, whereabouts
Ocean,
is that? Where is that near?
Ocean, where's that near? uh it's it's hard to explain.
No.
It really is. It's hard to explain. Maryland isn't too far from here though, so I would say it's about maybe 4 or 5 hours away
Oh,
from
okay,
where
that's
I'm
still a good while.
at. It's a nice road trip.
Oh, so you
If
couldn't get a plane there?
no, you don't have to get a plane there. No,
Mm. Sometimes it don't really feel like a holiday unless you've got on a plane.
bougie. What we call bougie, they call posh, because that sounds really posh. Hey, some people don't like getting on planes. And if you can drive, I think sometimes I'm telling you, the best vacation I had was on a road trip. I'm telling you, road trips is fun.
I would like to do that, like I've seen on the film. I've seen on the films, like people doing road trips around America, not around America, but you know,
Now
like.
I ain't doing that. Mm-mm.
But I would like to go. Mm.
Now
It's such a nice car.
a
You
road
couldn't
trip
just.
to me is like, if you're going on a holiday and because sometimes you can,
Oh, we keeping you up?
excuse me, you can take a plane. You can. There's certain places you can take a plane, which would be faster. But
Yeah.
then sometimes a nice road trip, which I've been on one,
Like
and
here,
it's fun.
if you want to go to Scotland, which is attached to the same island as England, right? It's at the top, we're at the bottom. It takes 8 hours to drive, or for £30, you can get a plane, which takes less, 45 minutes. So,
Yeah, but then don't you think that kind of like takes the fun out of it? 8 hours, you can, if you're not in a rush,
mm.
you can just go, stop off, have a drink
Oh
somewhere,
yeah,
stop off,
it swings and
taste some
roundabouts.
food. You know what I mean? Like if it ain't no rush to get to Ireland,
You mean
I would take
Scotland?
that 8 hour ride in a heartbeat. It might end up being 16 because I like to stop and see stuff.
Oh, exactly, exactly. I totally agree. Swings and roundabouts, but yeah, I'd do a good road trip. Okay, right. Is there
Swings
anywhere?
and roundabouts. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, it's swings and roundabouts.
I ain't mad at you. I
Ups
like
and
that.
downs, swings and roundabouts.
I'm gonna use that ups and downs and swings and roundabouts.
So, answer this. Is there anywhere in the world that you would not go, like as a holiday vacation? Because I'm going to tell you, I've never wanted to go to China, Hong Kong, the Philippines, or anywhere like that. Just does not appeal to me. Tokyo. Don't get me wrong, I love Chinese food, but It's never appealed
I
to me.
would go to all those places, but you know where I would not go? The Amazon.
Jungle.
First of all, I got to see some buildings. Okay, I'm not camping up in no tree and then with a whole. I'll be watching these shows. Well, the Amazon, half of it's burnt down now anyway, um but to just be in there and just be ate up alive by insects and stuff, I can't do it.
But you want to go to Australia? That's the same thing. They have to sleep with nets on their bed and stuff so they don't get
I'm
beat.
down for that. I'm down for that. But there's a city in Australia though. I don't know if there's a city in the Amazon jungle. No.
Okay, so you don't want to go to the rainforest.
There you go, rainforest. Mm-mm. I'm glad to watch it on TV. And if I see a wild animal jump out on me, that's just a wrap. I'm running or I'm shooting it. But then just my luck, we ain't allowed to have no guns or nothing. So guess what? You're going to have to catch me.
You
'Cause
better hope you got one of them Aborigines with you to protect you.
Yeah. And they'll
Nowhere
teach
else you don't want to go?
Huh?
Nowhere else you don't want to go?
Ooh, I don't want to go to Russia.
Why?
Mm-mm.
I can't get comfy today, sorry.
Nope. But if I were to, I would want to go to one of them Russian bathhouses.
Oh my God, you can't have it all. If you want to go, you don't.
But I don't want to go.
What's the place where they go and it's like snow and ice outside, but they go into like a big pool which is hot? Do you know where that is?
Sure don't. Sure don't.
I'm gonna have to look at that.
Maybe somebody can chime in because I don't. Now, I've been to a place, where is it? In Arkansas. And I've been to Arkansas and they got hot springs.
I don't know where that is.
It's in the States, but it's a state. Arkansas, and they had hot springs, and I can't even remember. I had a whole bunch of pictures, but that's where all the mobsters used to go. It's up in Arkansas. It's called Hot Spring something, and I kid you not, that was fun. And then they had this whole side of a mountain that had salt in it. It was like made out of salt. So when you went in there, it was supposed to like open up your pores and stuff, and you see water just running down. It was dope. Now that was dope.
See, I find it bizarre that a lot of people, American people, haven't left America. They just go on holiday to different parts of America rather than going to a different country.
Right, because America is so big and vast that like some people ain't never left the state. I got some friends that never left Pennsylvania. So
well, my
and
sister
I'm gonna be honest, I done been all over this place. There's still some places in the States that I would love to go and visit.
I get that.
I haven't.
But I can't imagine having never been on holiday. Like my sister ain't even left the town. In fact, sometimes she don't even leave her house. She's probably grateful Corona's here. She ain't even got a passport or nothing. And I just find I want to see that. Like there's so much of the world I want to see,
Yeah, I agree. But some people just like don't mind it. Don't mind it. I think people should get out and travel, and then they'll appreciate where they come from. Because I'm gonna tell you, being in the military, I appreciate being an American. Because I tell you, I've been to Iraq where I spent a year and a half eating off a plastic plate, eating out of a paper cup, plastic fork. So when I got home and I had my first home cooked meal, I almost got misty-eyed. I was just like, oh my God, oh, it's glass.
To be fair, that's what
appreciate stuff.
The first time I went to Egypt, I stayed in Luxor, and although, dare I say it, we stayed in a 5-star hotel. Went with my aunt, but the town was what I would call like real Egypt. For example, we went in a hot air balloon ride, right? The best thing. I'm not a morning person, but we had to get up at 3:30 to see the sun. I was eggy, put it that way, getting woken up, but it was so worth it. But when we went up in the balloon, like here, and I suppose in America, in America, you build a house, you move in, you live in it, right? It's
Mhm.
different there. They had houses made out of massive leaves and sticks, right? Because they've only got enough money to buy the land. So they buy the land, then they make a shelter out of leaves or whatever until the dad of the family has worked enough to earn the money to build the ground floor. So then they build the ground floor and it's left like that until again he's made enough money to build the next level up. Now, most of these houses that we floated over in the balloon, right, had no roofs on them. They had a downstairs and the upstairs walls built, and that was it. Upstairs in the rooms, well, they weren't divided rooms, it was just one big open space, was all their livestock, like chickens and
On
stuff.
the second floor.
Yeah, and corn everywhere, what they lived off. It was, I don't even know. It was like, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd be so scared just being in a hot air balloon. I'd have missed all that because I'd
Oh,
have been
you
holding
wouldn't,
on for
honestly. It
dear
was
life.
amazing.
I'd be like, I don't want to look down.
Listen, walking down the street, there's no word of a lie, a donkey came out of somebody's house, right? I had to double take and was like, what the? They were like, oh, yeah, it's just like a member of the family. A whole living donkey just came out of somebody's front door. But
Do
that's
you think that?
normal.
Do you
That's
think the
normal.
house stank?
No. Well, oh, did I think it stank? Who knows? But that's normal way of living for them. Do you know what I mean? They don't know any different. But like for us, we take so much for granted. Like there would be kids in the street with no shoes on. And I remember
That's the hood.
me and my aunt actually was walking. Me and my aunt was walking.
Just a dirty pamper, just full of face and chest all dirty, belly button sticking out. Just somebody need to grab that baby. What that
Listen,
baby
we
doing
went to the
outside like
shops
that?
once, and obviously they're begging, and we didn't have any change. So when they opened it, when my aunt like put her hand in her bag, this kid went berserk when she just gave her a pen, like a normal like biro pen. The kid was like it had just been given £1 million. You know, it was weird.
Yeah, man. But then you know what? You come home and these little kids be cussing you out and stuff. Be like,
Exactly,
what?
exactly. Weird, ain't it?
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, vacations and holidays.
Vacations and holidays.
When
Now,
we get this
we
show,
appreciate people commenting on their favorite holidays. So,
oh yeah, you could give us suggestions.
give us some suggestions because I'm telling you right now, I got a passport, but it ain't as full as hers.
And I tell you this much, when they say to us, here's a contract for the show, the first thing I'm saying is we need a vacation first.
Yupper. Let's go.
Yeah, per. So,
So,
holidays,
like I said,
vacations.
vacations and holidays on our,
Yeah, tell
cool
us
out
where you've
vibe.
been. Where did you like? Where don't you want to go? Do you want to go to the outback and see an Aborigine, or do you want to go
I
to
want to
Vegas
see a
and shake someone's
kangaroo for
dice?
real. I want to get one of them diggermadoos or diggeroos or whatever.
Didgeridoos.
Yeah, I want one of those too.
Get in.
Get in.
Alrighty.
All righty. Thank you guys for checking us out. This is Soph.
Where are you going? We haven't even discussed our series yet.
Oh man, that's why. You know what? Yeah, let's get this over with.
You don't want to.
Check this
Okay.
out, you guys.
So
We want to reiterate. I'm sorry, I kind of jumped the gun, you guys. We
look at the
doing
face on
show
it.
review. We doing series reviews now, right? And what was the title of the series?
For life.
For Life. And here it's on ABC.
Here it's on Sky Witness, Sky TV.
And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if it's produced by 50 Cent's crew, is it?
Yeah, 50 Cent directed and produced it.
And I'm gonna tell you, if you watch Power, it's nothing like Power.
I ain't gonna lie, I had high after watching Power, which I loved. I had such high hopes for this series.
Mm-hmm. And it's about a gentleman who got set up, went to jail. He got his lawyer degree, got himself out, and in the meantime, he's helping
He
other
ain't out
people.
yet. I'm still
Oh,
watching.
he's
in.
not
He
even
won't
out
get
yet,
out.
but he represents himself, and then he represents other
inmates to get them out, basically. So he's still in jail and he's being a solicitor for other inmates to get them out of jail.
A lawyer for other inmates.
Yes.
Across the pond.
But you can see by Rich's face that, I mean,
I'm gonna tell you, if it would be a lot better if it was on a premium channel, and that's what I mean by like Stars or HBO or Showtime. Because if you watch Power's a little more grittier, and
Mhm,
you can get away with a lot more stuff when you're doing premium channels.
mhm.
This is on like a local channel, and I mean, it's slow. If you just want to, if you're doing laundry and you're folding your clothes up or something, it's a good watch.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You've watched all of it, right?
Yes.
I've watched 4 and got stuck because I can't. All of them are much of a muchness. Don't get me wrong. He takes on a different case each episode, but there's nothing any different. All right, okay, one might be a murder, one might be a drug, but the same principle is the same. It's
Yeah, and
predictable, and
it's
the
just
principle is
yeah,
the
and
same.
it's just it don't have enough grittiness to it.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, what's your rating on it? I just want to see what your rating is.
Okay, I'm gonna give it bloody hell. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. For the simple fact is, I like the concept, but I can't get into it. If they'd have done it properly, it could have been a good show. So only for that, otherwise I'd give it a 1. So yeah, I'm giving it a 2.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give it a 3 because I do like the character, the premise.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think it's gritty enough to keep my attention. Like I don't get me wrong, I watched it, but it was hard to watch. Like some it was kind of like it had its highs and lows, and I was just like,
Yeah, not like Power.
"Mm."
I could watch a whole season in one go, one after the other.
Yeah. Now Power, it's got more grit to it, like you know what I mean,
Yeah,
because it's on a premium channel, so you can get away with a lot more on a premium channel than you do on a regular channel.
but
So
this, like I say,
this is just I
I'm,
like the whole concept. That's why I'm giving it a 3. So
I'm,
you gave it a
I'm
2,
giving
I
it a
gave it a
2. That's
3.
5 out of 10.
That's
If
5 out of 10. That means it's worth, like I'm gonna use her word, it's worth a go.
give it a go karting. I mean, if you have watched it, comment and tell us what you thought.
Yeah.
But
I just think it just wasn't gritty enough. Even with 50 Cent in it, he does a little couple cameos, and I'm like, he don't help.
well, don't get it twisted. I've got to episode 4 and he ain't turned up yet. So,
Yeah, it don't help.
hmm. Oh well, for
They
life.
even got Haha Davis in it too.
Hey,
It
listen,
don't
you
help.
win some, you lose some. Last week, our first one was Bridgerton, and I rinsed that in 2 sittings.
What? Bridgerton was dope. And it's coming out what, how many seasons?
8.
I will be watching that. Did you just do Cardi B? Oh my goodness.
I can't wait. Bring back Duke Simon. Yes.
I guess. I just like this show.
To be fair, everyone's commented so far that how much they love Bridgerton. It ain't just us.
Yeah,
So
true. But you know, what's this?
for
I can't even
life,
remember that.
for
For life. It's
yeah.
just it's a good one. I mean, I would watch it if I had nothing else to watch.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be watching anymore, especially not after seeing your face like that. Sorry.
I mean, it just
Oh my
well,
god.
someone comment on it. Just somebody comment if they
Yeah,
watched it and see if we have the same feelings on it. I would greatly appreciate that.
totally agree.
For life.
For life. Now
Mhm.
you may do your.
Now I can do it. Thank you guys for watching. This is Soph,
This is Rich.
and we are from across the pond. See you guys on Sunday. Holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. Now holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. Now holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph. Now holla at me if you're ready to go. Across the pond with Rich and Soph.
Have a
Peace,
nice
people.
weekend.
Have a nice weekend, Soph.
Peace out. See you Sunday.
Peace out. See you Sunday.